All right, so we are officially live on the good YouTube. We're live on YouTube. I'm trying to be live on Instagram as well, but I
Oh,
don't know if I'm doing it right. It says you are live. Your stream is public. You'll find it at the top of your feed. Am I live on the
okay.
good Instagram? What's up, y'all? See, I'm trying to, this is my first time doing the live on the Instagram. So if I'm live on Instagram, what's up? I can't, Reese, can you tell? I can't
Let me
tell.
see. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up.
I don't see myself live. Maybe I am. I'm not really sure. I put in the stream key and all that good stuff. Connect streaming to go live. I don't know. I don't think I am
You're
either.
not live
Let me
yet.
let
Mm-mm.
me try this one more time. Public, next. Okay, let's see here. Connect, copy the stream key. Uh I don't know. I tried. I don't know what's
Look, it's
going on.
complicated. Okay.
It is. It is complicated. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, what's up, y'all? My name is Clay Kane. I'm the host of the Clay Kane Show. If you're on YouTube and you're a new subscriber, welcome to the show. I have a radio show here on Sirius XM Urban View Channel 126. We air 12 to 3 Monday through Friday. Reese, my girl, she's on 2 hours. She's on Tuesdays and Thursdays on Rocking It With Me, and she has her own show. Tell them about your own show, Reese, on Saturdays.
My show is the Reecie Colbert Show. It is a live call-in show. I call it the cookout. Erica Savage calls it the hottest day party on the block because we mix in politics and culture. It is a fun show. It's a breath of fresh air on a Saturday. It's not gonna get you down. It's gonna get you up while you up, and it's gonna be stuck. Okay.
And listen, if you are looking for joy, you got to make sure you follow Reese Colbert and also get your game, right, Reese? Get your game. Am I
Mm-hmm.
tripping? And sounds about right.
Yes, I have 2 games. Am I Trippin' is a great conversation game, and you can play it for points with one side, which is it has basically like trivia of black scenarios from TV shows, movies, and songs. And then my Sounds About Right game is a straight up trivia game, but it has a little twist where being right is half the fun. So get both of those games only on Am I Trippin' Game.com.
Absolutely. And Reese, it is election day in America. We have elections all over the country in
Yeah.
New Jersey and Texas and New York City and Virginia. How are you feeling on this election day, Reese?
I'm
Even
feeling
locally in Maryland, like you said.
Maryland, yes, a lot of states have some sort of elections going on. Georgia has a big public service commission um election going on for your utilities. Okay. But no, I'm feeling good. It's my husband's election campaign. So I was out knocking doors on Sunday, me and Boss Baby. And I'll be out there waving signs around. So I'm excited for him being a politician's wife. Can y'all imagine that? I never would have thought I would be a politician's wife. Okay. How you feeling,
so
Clay?
I'm feeling good. Listen, I'm worried about New Jersey. I'm worried about Mikey Sherrill's race. I feel like New York City and Virginia are good to go, but all
Yeah.
eyes are on New Jersey right now. All eyes are on New Jersey. So I'm just hoping that everything will work out as it should, and we can make sure that we show that Trumpism is. This is the first major election since Trump won a year ago. Tomorrow marks a year, November 5th, 2024. So I hope that we could show up and show out. I really, really do. Hope we can
Yeah.
show up and show out. And
And yes, on 50 in California too.
yes, yes, Proposition 50, all that good stuff. So yeah, that's my hope that we could just really show that what's happening right now in the country is despicable. And I want to get to some calls here, but I do want to make sure that I let y'all know about this. This just broke through. Trump suggests the U.S. won't pay any SNAP benefits during shutdown, which contradicts a court
Oh.
filing. Once again, Trump is defying court orders.
Mm,
This is awful, but this is what he does. And he's saying the U.S. would not pay any SNAP benefits during the government shutdown.
mm.
The administration on told a Rhode Island federal judge it would pay about half the cost of the food stamp program that happened on Monday, but now
Yeah,
they're
that's what they
saying
said
scratch that.
initially. Mhm.
Yeah. Listen, basically, what they're saying is let us take away your health care and then we'll
Yes.
give you your SNAP benefits. That's what it is. We're going to take away your health care completely and then we'll give you back your SNAP benefits. Which one do you want? And this is going to be hard for Democrats because I want y'all to hold the line, but people are suffering. And I've said it before, Reese. I think at the end of the day, this was their plan.
Yeah.
This was their plan to end, suspend, whatever SNAP benefits. This was the
Mm-hmm.
plan. And now they got what they wanted. And yeah, it's sad, it's heartbreaking, it's all of that, but this is what they wanted. This is what
Yeah.
they were craving. So I think they're okay letting their own people starve.
Mm-hmm.
They're okay letting their own people in rural areas and red areas go hungry. This is what they
Mm-hmm.
always wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, Kamala Harris and many Democrats warned us of that they
Mm-hmm.
want to end these social services. So it's not surprising to me. Let them eat cake until they all starve. Let them eat cake as we have a great Gatsby party. Let them eat cake as we give $20 billion to Argentina. Let
40.
them eat cake. $40 billion. Let them eat cake while we tear down the East Wing. This is
Mm-hmm.
what they want to do. This is what they like. So don't surprise me at all, any way, shape, or form. What are your thoughts, Reecie?
Well, there are multiple things at play. I think the fact that people are going to go hungry is a huge bonus to them. But what this is
Mhm.
really about, it's about Trump asserting his complete and total authoritarian power over the United States of America. He's saying to the courts, kiss my ass. He's saying to Congress, you no longer serve any purpose in governing anymore because this administration defies the appropriations made by Congress. They were at some point doing it through what's called rescission, which is basically where they just ignore congressional appropriations. And now they're doing it by keeping the government shut down. And so Donald Trump, instead of demanding Mike Johnson, who is his bitch, by the way, Mike Johnson, if you listen to him talk, he don't know nothing about nothing anytime. Oh, I haven't seen it. I don't know. I don't know. How the fuck are you the
Right.
third more ranking person in the country and you don't ever know nothing about
Mhm.
anything? Why is you here? But he's here to do Donald Trump's bidding. If Donald Trump told Mike Johnson, call Congress back, because Mike Johnson, to be very clear, the big difference between this shutdown and other shutdowns, in addition to the fact that Donald Trump just don't give a damn about nothing anymore, is that he has ordered the Republican caucus to stay in their districts. So are we on day 45 or something? I mean, we are weeks, or it will be
We're
day
about to break the
45 at
record.
the end. Yeah,
Yeah.
at the end of this week, it'll be day 45 because Mike Johnson, and he at the beginning of the week says, stay home this week. And he has done that every single week. So he is not even negotiating. What he is saying is he and John Thune are banking on Democrats caving and getting nothing for the American people. And they're banking on their ability to gerrymander the shit out of this country or just flat out rig elections to call in bomb threats and intimidate people, to arrest people, and to completely take over our city so that they don't have to be held accountable for the decisions that they're making right now. That's what they're banking on. The question is, what is we gonna do? Okay.
Mm.
And I think what happens today will be a very, very strong indication of what we gonna do. Because
Mhm.
fuck how perfect or imperfect the candidates are. The Democrats are against Trump. Period. Mikey Sherrill is against Trump. Abigail Spanberger is against Trump. Period. So that should be enough, given what's happening right now. In New Jersey, how many times is Newark canceling flights and all kind of shit, or
Right.
delays and all kind of stuff? Same thing all around the country. And so until the Trump administration and Republicans get the message that there will be hell to pay at the ballot box or however, then they are going to continue to play in our faces and have a who gonna check me boo attitude. And as long as they can convince people that they throw out trans and immigration, and then people are like, oh, okay, well, I guess it's cool, then they are going to continue doing it. And the last thing I'll say, Clay, is so I made a video about the whole immigration shit because people are saying, oh, y'all obsessed about illegals. Da da da. But I didn't realize at the time that the message on the Snap website said that until Democrats stop this so-called gender mutilation, what the fuck does dick and balls and coochie have to do with cereal, bread, eggs, and milk? What does that have to do with food on your table? What does that have to do with your pork chops, your bacon, and your eggs? I don't give a damn. If Democrats were actually doing the things that they say that the Republicans are saying they're doing, I still wouldn't give a fuck. I got to eat. Okay? I ain't worried about tucking, snipping, clipping, none of that shit. I'm worried about putting food on my motherfucking table. And the fact that Republicans sit up here and they feel like if I put it out there, gender mutilation, basically trans, if I put it out there, immigration, who, by the way, if you're here illegally, if you're undocumented, you ain't getting shit anyway. So people are trying to punish trans people are what? Not even 1% of the population.
Less than 1%.
Less than 1%. And you all up in their dick and balls and coochies. That's crazy. And so-called illegals, they 10%, and they ain't getting shit anyway. And you're gonna have 42 million people who are Americans starve. Your grocery stores are gonna shut down. Not just grocery stores, Dollar General, Family Dollar, all that shit about to be cut. So it's just crazy because they figured out that they can minimize resistance to abhorrent, cruel policies as long as they say illegal trans. That is not going to put food in your mouth. It's not.
Let's go to a call here. Let's go over to Ellis from Jersey. What's up, Ellis?
Yes, can you hear me, Clay?
I can. What's up, brother?
Yes. I called in to talk about the voting, but you guys changed up on the topic when you started talking about, Trump and his things. You know what I mean? It's very sad what's going on in our country. But I wanted to say that I had received something in the mail regarding voting. And this wasn't like a regular voting, a mail-in ballot. So when I received it and I opened it up, it just appeared to be like a sample of what the voting would be when I go to the poll. Yeah. So this is my first time ever experiencing anything like this because I vote. Someone asked me, said, do I vote? I said, I vote all the time, and I do. Yeah. So the thing is, when I was kind of taken aback when I got to the polling to vote, and they said, well, you have to take this and you have to fill this paperwork out, and it was a provisional. I think they were saying it was. If I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah, provisional.
So
yeah.
Right. Ballot,
Right. So I filled all of that out. No, first I went in, I did my thing, came out, they printed it out, right? And once they printed it out, on the paperwork that they had given me, on those documents, I had to transfer that information onto the documents they gave me and then put my ballot into another type of an envelope. But I was so surprised because I thought what happened was when they sent me that in the mail, I thought it was a sample. It didn't look like
they don't do that for you. You live in Jersey, right? I get those all the time. Those sample ballots. That was your first time seeing that?
I mean,
so did you get a mail-in ballot and they made you vote provisional because they had a record of you getting a mail-in ballot and they want to make sure it's not double counted? That's what it kind of sounds like to me, because if you got a sample ballot, then that means you're probably registered. So you wouldn't need a provisional ballot unless you were at the wrong polling place. So did they tell you that you had already gotten a mail-in ballot and that's why you were voting provisionally?
No, well, my last ballot, I mailed in a ballot the last time we had a voting. What was that, June? We had voted. So
okay, so you had an absentee mail-in ballot. Okay.
Right. Yeah. But that wasn't for this race.
Yeah.
So are you concerned about your vote being counted or anything like that?
Yeah, because what happened was the documents were informing me that that your vote may be counted, may not be counted, blah blah blah, something like that. After I read.
Well, listen, I would recommend you can go to NJDOS Division of Elections. Go just look at it online, and they will give you a hotline. to ask a question to make sure if your vote is being counted. You can also see your voter record on New Jersey's on their website. I think you may have to create an actual account, but just do
Yeah.
your research and make sure that your vote is being counted. But you can call them right now. Get off the phone with me and go to NJDOS Division of Elections. You can also call 877 NJ Voter. That's 877 NJ Voter to make sure your vote is counted. Real talk. Thank you for your call.
Yeah, report
So
any irregularities. If you
anything.
feel uncomfortable, you can and you can report it at the election polling site. You can you
Exactly.
know, before you cast a ballot, you can say, wait a second, I want to call. You can ask to see a election judge. Yeah, if you feel like something is amiss, then definitely report it.
Absolutely. You have that ad, Stephanie, of Mikey Sherrill? Okay, here's the ad that I was talking about that Jack Chittarelli's been using against Mikey Sherrill in New Jersey. Listen to this.
Pass one piece of legislation.
What would it be?
Wow, I would love, that's a really good question because there's so many that are coming to mind right now. But right now, I would love at this point to pass legislation to, just send a federal block grant back to states, back to the state of New Jersey to run some really key programs and innovate on them.
Yeah, that's the ad they keep playing. Someone in the chat says Trump is feeling confident about New Jersey.
Well,
New Jersey goes red. That'll be a disaster.
I'm gonna tell y'all the same thing I said on my phone. I mean, on my show. Citizenship is on the ballot in New Jersey. Now, we had a chance to save our citizenship last year, and motherfuckers didn't vote. Now we have a chance to at least save some semblance of citizenship at the state level. Because if you have Republican leadership, then that is rolling out the red carpet for Donald Trump for shits and giggles. And that's what all of these Republicans are doing. Greg Abbott is doing it. All of the Republican governors are just basically like, whatever Trump wants, we're gonna give it to him. And so if you want to be a somewhat free person in the United States of America, you better get your ass out and vote and make sure that you do not have a Republican governor. Regardless of how, whatever you want to say about Mikey, Sherrill, or whatever, this is not the Bachelorette. You're not giving her a rose.
Right.
Okay. So
Right.
she, is she the strongest person? No. But she's not going to strip you of your autonomy in the state of New Jersey. And she ain't going to double your taxes. She's not going to increase your
what's
sales
scary
tax.
though, Reecie, is that so many unions have endorsed Jack Chittarelli. And MAGA Trumpism has not been pro-union.
Yeah, they're not.
It's been crazy. A few that have endorsed him. The International Union of Operating Engineers, Local 82825, the Port Authority, the Bricklayers and Allied Crafts Workers, Locals 4 and 5, Save the East Incorporation, New Jersey State Retired Police and Firemen's Association, the Firemen, the Port Authority Police Lieutenants Association. I mean, he's been endorsed by Stephen Miller, and oh my gosh, I just hope we make the right decision.
Yes.
I just hope we make and it's also fairly easy, despite what the caller just said. I don't know his scenario. It is fairly easy to vote in New Jersey.
Yeah.
It is fairly easy to vote in New Jersey. There isn't a lot of epic voter suppression. This really is going to be a turnout election. It's going to be a turnout election. And the only other time New Jersey elected a woman as governor was a Republican.
Yeah. Wooch, yeah. Well, let me just say to the blacks in New Jersey, my brother, my sister, my cousins, I know that Mickey is not the most inspiring person, Chair. She probably don't know how to do the boots on the ground, none of that shit. She didn't come to your churches. She didn't come to y'all. Nothing. But she's not the Klan. And I know to some people that may be like,
Absolutely.
that's a low bar, but shit.
She has good policies, though. She has
She does. She
pretty
has
solid
good
policies. Yeah.
policies. She has good
Yeah.
policies. If she may not be able to articulate it quickly.
Right.
But look, she had Obama out there. Look, Obama, if Obama's with her, call me simple. If Obama's with her, I'm with her. Okay. Like what was Hillary's campaign slogan? I'm with her.
I'm with her.
Let's just do what we got to do, honey. Let's just do what we got to do. That's it. I know we can save the commentary or the complaints about this kind of outreach versus that kind of outreach. But at the end of the day, Jack told black folks to kiss his ass. He did. He said, next question.
He sure did. What about black voters? He said, next question.
Next question. I mean, damn, that's crazy. Mickey was like, I'll answer the question. So she was prepared that time. Nah, she didn't get caught flat-footed that time. But I don't know how you sit home, because I'm not talking to people. I don't think we have to argue Mickey versus Jack to black people. Black people know better. But I do understand that the people that I'm trying to reach are people who are just going to stay the fuck at home. Get your black ass out and vote, please.
Let me say this in case you're out there watching online. Let me tell you some key things that Mikey Sherrill wants to do.
Okay, let's hear it.
Just some key things, right? She wants to expand the state's child tax credit and earned income tax credit. You've been a really big fan of that on a national level, right, Reecie?
Absolutely,
We've talked about that a lot. She still supports the Anchor program. For folks who may not know what the Anchor program is, this has really helped me. The Anchor program in New Jersey is a state property tax relief program designed to help homeowners and renters reduce their tax burden. So it's a rebate benefit program that kicks back to you, and it replaced the previous homestead benefits program. Jack Citarelli hates it. He calls it a shell game, and it's not. No. It really, really helps people. And if you've been a homeowner in New Jersey and it's been your principal residence since October 1st, 2024, you can get this rebate. It can really help you out. And renters can also qualify because our property tax in New Jersey is the highest in the nation. So she supports that. He doesn't. She's also focusing on closing tax loopholes for the wealthy and increasing resources for the state's Business Action Center. There's also the what is it called? Oh my gosh, there's this tunnel plan in New Jersey that Trump is blocking.
Yeah, he's withholding. Yeah, and Jack is on board with
Gateway
it.
Tunnel. Exactly. Trump's Gateway Tunnel. He's trying to terminate it altogether. It's been a decades long in the making, a massive tunnel and rail project. Our rails are not that great. Our trains are not that great in New Jersey at all, right? So there's some really good things that he's trying to do. I'm sorry, that Mikey Sherrill was trying to do.
Right.
So, and she also believes in the balance of public schools and charter schools. She's not totally against charter schools, right? You know, I'm down for whatever works. Whatever works, I'm down for it. Citarelli wants to end public schools altogether and just focus on charter schools. And my idea has always been they want to end public education. They want to end public education altogether. So I want us. So there's more I could go into, but I want us to show up and show out to make sure we can move freely about the cabin.
That's right. Oh, say that.
Karen Hunter oftentimes says that. Move freely about the cabin. Jack Citarelli, these Republicans are always talking about no taxes, end taxes. They ain't gonna end taxes for the middle class.
No,
they ain't gonna end taxes for the working class. And when I say middle working class, I mean black, I mean white, I mean Hispanic, I mean Native American, I mean all of us. They ain't gonna do. That's all bullshit. We're already a high tax state. So I really, really hope that people get it. I'm deeply, deeply concerned. I'm deeply concerned.
Yeah.
And let's not even get into the whole civil rights issue. I mean, do you want to see a random person who's minding their business get snatched up off the street? And if you got any melanin in New Jersey, you don't know who's what. You have no idea.
Yeah.
You don't know who's what.
That's true.
You know, point out what it is. And ICE recently has been kind of chilling in New Jersey. They had their foolishness over the summer, but I think they know, let's not get too crazy because we had this election and we want to win.
Yep. You know, somebody's in the comments saying that you're fear mongering and all this other kind of stuff. You know, online savant.
What?
Yeah, talking about all the polling and the early vote numbers point to a relatively easy Cheryl win. No, that's not what the polling is saying.
There are 5% or so.
Yeah. Now it's possible that the polls are wrong.
Would love it.
If it was an easy Mikey Cheryl win, do you think Obama would have been up in there?
And Westmore.
And all these people, you think they would have been up there if she was up by 12 and all the polls was fine? I need y'all to be fucking for real, because the problem is that y'all like to bury your head in the sand and shoot the messenger. Now, Clay Kane last week talked about going to canvass and volunteer for the Sherelle campaign. So this isn't a person who's just out here bumping his gums, trying to stoke negativity. Okay. So he's actually tried to put in the footwork, and they ain't had their shit together. So Clay is talking about, and there's been a lot of reporting on this. This just pulled out of our ass today on election day.
It's been a lot of reporting,
it's okay.
Especially on Black voters.
It's what we actually need to do is recognize that, hey, there are some people vote blue no matter who. And the vote blue no matter who people are the most out of touch people when it comes to confronting the political reality that we have. Because the vote blue no matter who people were the same people telling me, nah, she don't need the black vote. She need to get the white woman vote. Right. And black voter turnout went down. So there's that. But at the end of the day, the people that are going to vote no matter what cool. Y'all understand the assignment? We ain't got to talk to you. But somebody has to talk to the people that are going to vote the couch. If they don't hear us, tell them, look, I know she ain't really, popping like that. She ain't exciting to you, whatever situation may be. Maybe you didn't get a phone call, nobody knocked on your door, whatever, but still get your ass out and vote. Because as Clay just laid out, there are all these policies that she is for that Jack is against. And what Jack is for is detrimental to our communities. So we would love for nothing more than whenever the polls close, that Mikey's up 12, boom, early thing.
Absolutely.
But even if that is the case, great. Then that means that despite the fact that there's low enthusiasm with Black voters, that the Latino vote is potentially a swing vote, that she still pulled it out because people hate Trump. That would be fantastic news, music to our ears. But what we have to stop doing is acting like somebody confronting the political reality is harming the situation, where there are some people that need to hear exactly what we just said.
And listen, if I am fear mongering, good. Maybe Democrats could use some fear. If I am just going too far and listen, I live in New Jersey. I have friends who need access to their health care. I have friends who are struggling to pay their rent. I have friends who know that their right to exist could totally change if Jack Ciattarelli gets into office.
Mm-hmm.
Trump destroyed Atlantic City, New Jersey. There was no poll that I recall that said Kamala Harris would only win Jersey by 5 points. Phil Murphy, the current governor of New Jersey, the last election, he only won by 3 points. So don't ever tell me, if I'm encouraging people to vote, you call it what you want. Fear, facts, data, I don't care. What somebody said, scaring is caring. This is not a game. This is not a game. They ain't playing. They want to monopolize this power. And Trump's ego, for him, winning New Jersey would be as great as winning New York. He wants this state. Mm-hmm. Which makes no sense to me, considering, like I said, Atlantic City, not paying small contractors. Nothing is in the bag. Nothing is in the bag. That must be a chaos agent that's just trying to say, oh, don't tell. No.
I know I've seen them before. I don't know if they're a chaos agent, but I think that people really have a hard time with political analysis, and they expect that we're just gonna cheerlead and go team go and da 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 da. Our job is not here to be a cheerleaders. Our job is to connect the dots and to encourage people to make informed decisions. That's what our job is. And at the end of the day, you should be scared long before you turn on Urban View. You should be looking around and being like, God damn, shit is fucked up. If that ain't scary enough, if what you just said was the first time that people were scared, then you've been checked the hell out. But welcome to reality. This is a situation. Get your ass out and vote. And get your ass out and vote for Mikey Sherrill, regardless of whatever the fuck her campaign was, whatever ad they ran about her stumbling, humming, or about her college records. She didn't, whatever the fuck. None of that stuff matters. Get your ass out and vote. I'm gonna tell you that. And y'all can be mad at me. But I'm gonna tell you, get your ass out and vote. Period.
Let's go to a Jersey caller. Let's go to let me see here. John from Jersey. What up, John?
Good afternoon, guys. How y'all doing?
Doing
Good. How are you?
Good. First off, let me speak to all the Jersey voters. I've been here since 2005. If y'all don't want ICE in every township in New Jersey, get your ass out and vote for Mikey Sherrill. Period. Y'all don't want us to look like Chicago, vote for Mikey Sherrill. Now, with that being said, I stand on business. I voted 2 weeks ago early. There was no bomb threats. There was no line. So we got to smarten up. We got to know what's going on with these bomb threats. Lastly, I have had to turn the show away twice in the last 3 weeks. And you just touched on it with the fear mongering. I'm not going to accuse you of that, but I understand your concern. I would tell you where I'm at. I see Sherrill. I see as many, if not more, Sherrill signs than Chiarelli signs everywhere I go in Jersey. And I'm all over the place.
I haven't seen either one of their signs, but I live in the city, so I live in a populated area. I have not seen either one of their signs, either of my neighbors. But
I live, my township is 30 minutes from the Eagle Stadium and 30 minutes from Princeton. So
okay, good to know.
I'm in
good
that area. Yeah,
okay,
they're everywhere.
I don't see them.
The only thing I would say, the only thing I would say, Clay, is the reach that you have and the magnitude of your voice. If somebody were to catch, let's say, the last 5 to 10 seconds of you speaking about it, and they hear your anxiety, and they're people of color, because I'm Black, me and my, Latino gardener look just alike until we start talking, right? So to your point you just made, if you're brown in New Jersey, it could be a problem.
Absolutely. If
somebody hears the anxiety, they could be turned off from voting, right? I wanted Baraka when Baraka fought back when he got arrested and then
But John, I mean, I don't know if anxiety is the right word, but if I'm ringing the alarm and I'm saying, hey, because I know other people in my neighborhood aren't seeing certain things, shouldn't that be motivational? Shouldn't that be, okay, we don't have this in the bag? And I'm always a little bit stressed out.
So a person saying, I'm not seeing enough support, I'm not seeing enough enthusiasm, I don't want Jack to win, but I'm not seeing enough on our side, then in turn tells people to not vote. That's very confusing to me. I maybe I'm just missing something here.
So if I said I'm seeing signs everywhere, I'm feeling all the enthusiasm. Yeah, brother, I'm trying to listen. I see what you're saying, John. We're on the same page. I can't lie to people. I got to be honest. That's just my integrity. You know what I mean? That gives Reecie and I credibility. And I got to call it like I see it. And if there is somebody out there listening, it's beyond the D or the R. It's beyond the candidate. But I live in this city, and I'm gonna say this to you, John. Get back to you. I have never seen a governor's race, whether it was Phil Murphy or Chris Christie or whatever the case may be, running, and not seen a sign in my area. I've never seen that before. So if anybody thinks you have Hudson County in the bag, that's a problem. I've never seen. I've been here since 1990. I'm not always here, to be fair. I'm not always here. I get that. but I've been here since 98. But I am here during election time. I've never seen that. So all that I'm saying is we obviously can't depend on them. I went to canvass and they didn't even have a place for me to canvass. They said
They
just make
wanted to
phone
send
calls.
you 30 minutes away,
30 minutes away.
even
said,
though
"I
you live
can't
in a
go to
populated area.
populated Black and brown area." So that's all that I'm saying. So it's not, I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest because people listen to the show. So there could be, okay, we gotta jump on this. I'm not gonna lie about what I'm seeing. And even with Kamala Harris, we were saying it. Some folks didn't like that she would call it out, Reecie. Some folks are
Oh,
frustrated
people
by
was
that.
mad at me.
What we're
Oh,
not
they
seeing.
mad. They were pissed. And guess
Yeah.
what? The stuff that I said was a problem. The people that I
Right.
said needed to be reached out to didn't fucking vote. So
Yeah.
I think
I
the
get your
time for
concern,
kid
John.
gloves, though. I think the time for the time for kid gloves. I think that's done.
And don't we talk about holding people accountable? Don't we say
Yeah,
hold them accountable before they get into office? Hold them
yeah.
accountable. Hold them accountable. I mean, that's what we say.
But you
So
know
I
what? I
mean,
do respect that he said, you know what, he turned it off because it
right.
wasn't sitting with his spirit. He didn't want to hear it. That
Yes, he's
is
already
the
on the page.
absolute
Yeah.
appropriate action to take. If
Yeah.
something don't sit right with you, nobody is waterboarding anybody to
Mhm.
watch, listen, nothing. I ain't mad at you. If you don't want to hear that shit, if you just want to hear Mikey's gonna be up by 12, then I'm sure there are programming options for that. I'm not saying that to be dismissive. I'm saying congratulations for actually exercising your free will to not engage or consume things that don't really sit right with you. I don't have a
Mhm.
problem with that at all. And I don't have a problem with you saying that. I had to turn your ass off. I ain't got a problem with that either. However, the reality is where there are deficiencies, somebody got to make up for it. And you got to make up for it sometimes by telling people, I know that X, Y, and Z didn't happen, but still get your ass out and vote. Now, if me saying get your ass out and vote is somebody gonna say, well, Reecie, you're so disrespectful. You saying get your ass out and vote. Okay, well, if that's the case and you don't want to vote and you want to keep having SNAP benefits withheld and you want to have motherfucking ice in your city because I said get your ass out and vote, then congratulations, you're gonna have the day that you voted for or didn't vote for. That's not my problem. But I think the world is kicking our ass right now. There are people, we're November 4th, and SNAP benefits have not been paid. And Donald Trump, at the beginning of this broadcast of our live, Clay just has said, we ain't giving y'all motherfucking SNAP, regardless of what the courts are saying.
Defying a court order.
So
this should be easy. This should be an easy win. It should be. But that's not the world that we live in.
And here's the thing. I hope and pray to God that everybody who's like, y'all was just fear-mongering and she was gonna win big. Look, Thursday, actually, matter of fact, we're going live tomorrow. Same place where y'all watching us now. We're gonna go live tomorrow. I'll be like, you know what, Clay? You was paranoid. Motherfucker, she had in the bag. And we'll have that conversation and we'll be like, good. I'm glad.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But guess what? If that's not what happens, then the same people that's like, oh, you're fear-mongering, gonna be back talking about, oh, well, if you weren't fear-mongering, then people wouldn't have, then she would have won. Oh, if you weren't telling people that she was gonna, y'all just whatever. That's fine. What is down? Let me say, turn the TV off.
But go ahead, John, brother. We on the same page though. We just see
No,
that.
we are. I'm not mad at John. Like I said, I'm back. I actually appreciate John because he said I'll turn the channel, and
Right.
That's what I do too.
Yeah, I hear that. Go ahead, John. Final comment.
No, the only way the way to finish that up was I turned back because I still want you guys to get ratings. You're the only reason I have Sirius, that and Jazz is Urban View. The only thing I would say is when Ras Baraka got taken out of the primary, I started following Mike Kashara, realized she was the only option. Yeah. And I've been watching her put the work in. Now, Barack went and supported Spanberger, who's probably going to win by double digits, just like he supported Cheryl. So if everybody gets out and do what they're supposed to do, in hindsight, it'll be better. If not, ICE going to be on every corner. So, and you're going to be cooking your own food. You're gonna be cutting your own grass. You can be putting your own roofs up. You're gonna be putting your own solar up. It's on y'all. So, that's it.
Thank you for your call. Appreciate you. All right, let's head to a break. Reecie, you want to stay on the good YouTube for a minute? Talk to
I'll stay on there.
Okay, all right. Clay Kane Show with my girl, Reecie Colbert. Be right back.
You're listening to The Clay Kane Show.
Wayne said, if a Democratic POTUS defied a court order like this, everyone's collective heads would explode. That's true. But Democrats follow the rules. They definitely follow the rules. Belinda, I saw you said that Clay was irritating. Like I said, I think it's perfectly fine to change the channel. And I do not mean that with any shade. I don't mean that to be dismissive. I really feel like not every message is not for everybody. I think sometimes people don't understand that. If it don't land with you, maybe you're not the intended person who needs to hear that. Some people actually need to hear some of the stuff. Okay. Joy says, am I going to be on election night with Roland? No, because tonight is my hubby's election. And so I will be home celebrating his hopeful re-election. I expect that he will win. And so we're going to be home making a big to do about him. Let's see. New Jersey is voting for whiteness, and whiteness equals violence, folks. Republicans, as they value whiteness above all, whiteness always destroyed. Okay, Amber, I know that's right. Let's see. What did Clay say that has folks mad? I don't know. I would think people would be more mad at me saying get your ass out of the vote, but I guess maybe people are taking it easy on me today. How about that? I ain't mad at that. Okay. Thank you. My husband is in PG County. We live in a town in PG. So if you've seen, you will know if you're in the area to vote for my husband because you would have seen signs everywhere. Okay. For sure. Hey, Nanette. Let's come back tomorrow on live at 7 p.m. Kicking Them Clay and Reecie. And let's celebrate Mikey winning by 12 points. Wouldn't that be something? All right, y'all. Bye.